In this video, you're going to learn how to create an amazing homepage for your Canvas account. So this is what my Canvas account looks like, and you're going to create one that's very similar using we're going to apps match. So that means we're going to use Bitmoji, and we're also going to use an amazing, really cool design website called Canva, not to be confused with Canvas. So to create something like this, I'm just going to go and open up a blank page. So I'm going to go down to Pages and view all pages and just add a new page. And this is going to be called my Science 101. So you can name yours, your homepage. You can do this right on your homepage if or above at the top, or if you don't want to ruin anything, just you can make this and then you can later assign it as your homepage. So on our homepage, we're going to have a banner at the top, and even though I'm not that's really not very pretty right now, we're just going to put a space for a banner. And down here, we're going to be putting our buttons. Now, if you look at my example, I'm just opening up another window so we can refer to this. These are buttons. So if I actually click on these, they will go to, like if I click on videos, it will send me to my YouTube channel. So that's nice and all. So that's why they're buttons and they're clickable. And I'll show you how to make them clickable as well. So this is the banner, and then these are the buttons. Now the buttons they just look like buttons, but they're actually on this really a table, but it's an invisible table that you can't see. But that's how you can make your pages look really, really professional. So we'll go ahead and create our table. So to create your table, just click here under the B for bold, and it's just going to have one row, and unless you want it to have more, but we'll just make one row with 4. If you wanted to make it more, if you go back up here, you could say row and insert row after before, so you can always add to it later. Now, I'll show you how to, the table, the only thing is you see the lines of the table. And if you look at mine, I've made those lines invisible. So I'll show you how to make those lines invisible. Now, unfortunately, you can't do it here, but if you know a little bit of HTML or coding, or you just listen up, you'll be able to quickly make your table invisible. Click over here on HTML editor. I don't know if you were around during the MySpace days when you could add code to make your MySpaces look really cool. It's kind of like those days again. Which is cool because you'll be able to learn some code while you are in Canvas. So this is what your project looks like right now. Not a lot of code, which is nice, so it's easy to find. Your second line says table style. Right now it says border 1. If you made that larger, you have thicker borders. Just make that 0. And if you click back on Rich Content Creator, you'll see the dashed lines. But if you save it, you won't see any lines because that table is invisible. Yay. Okay, back to the edit mode. All right, well, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do so far. Now, I am going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Now, I'm not teaching you how to make a Bitmoji. If you do not have a Bitmoji, you're going to want to create that first, so pause this video. There is a wonderful video. There's actually tons. I like the shorter videos. So if you just type in Bitmoji make, here's one. It's 5 minutes. There's another for shorter. So you want to learn how to make a Bitmoji. After you have Bitmoji, you do need it on your browser. So you're going to want to, I'm going to assume you're in the Chrome browser because it's amazing, but you're going to want to go to the App Store and get the Bitmoji app and go to the web store. Anyways, get the Bitmoji app and then it will log in and it will appear here. So if you click here at the top, you'll be able to see your Bitmojis. Now, if you need more tutorial on that, feel free to let me know and I'll create a video, a short one, so you can do that. But let's go ahead and move on because many of you, maybe not most, many of you already have a Bitmoji. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this more advanced class on how to make your canvases look great. I'm sorry, I get confused between Canva and Canvas. I have to my brain has to think about that for a while. Okay, another app that we need is Canva. Now you could do these designs in Google, like a Google Draw, but Canva makes it super easy. So go ahead, if you don't already have an account, go to canva.com and go ahead and sign in or for the first time or log in. I think you can log in through your Gmail or your Google School account, so that's great. And once you're in, you can browse. There's super cool things. There's a lot of content that's free too, and then there's other things that you have to pay for, but it's really a great site, so explore it well. Um, let's get started. So just click Create a Design, and there's different templates, but we're just gonna go ahead and click Custom Dimensions, and let's create the banner. Yeah, we'll create the banner first. So banners should be wide, make it 800 wide, and height, let's make it 175, and press Create New Design. All right, so this is what you're going to see at the top of the page here. Now, mine's has a lot, and we're going to make ours a little bit more simple, but please feel free to add to it later. So one thing that we're going to need is we're going to need some sort of a background picture. So if you go to photos, you can actually upload your own photos, but let's just use the images here. Now the ones that say pro with the crown on it, I typed in background, by the way, those you have to pay for at the end. So it's only $1 if you really like that, but if you'd rather go free, then just don't get one with a crown on it. And you're welcome to check out things, rainbow bricks. So there's all sorts of choices here. I better just choose it quickly. I'm just curious what they have. You can go down the rabbit hole so easily here. Okay. So if you click on it, it'll appear on the square, but what's cool is if you drag it in, there'll be a moment where it takes the whole screen. So it just makes it easier. If you can't figure that out and you just click on it, you can just spread out the dimensions too with the handholds, but I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so now I've got a background, and you choose a background that you'd like. And now I'm ready for my Bitmoji. Now I'm going to assume you already have the app and you have access to your Bitmojis. So go ahead and click. And this is going to be the top. So I could be, I'm #1 teacher if you want. I don't know. You can click the happy face. And I'm going to use, that one's pretty cool. Okay, so if I want to use like one of my Bitmojis that I found, I'll go ahead and press Control. If you have Control click, well, you can click Copy Image. And then if you have a Mac, you press Command V to paste. If you have a PC, Chromebook, you're going to press Control C to paste. And just find a Bitmoji that you like, that you can at least live with. And you can put it on your screen. All right, so now that I have my Bitmoji, I'm ready for the next step. And that's just to put like a title. So I'm going to pretend this is a science class. So I'm going to insert text. And you could click add a heading. It's one way to do it. And like Science 101. Oops, 1010, fine. Ms. Milton. And then you could make it larger. So that works. But if you want to have a, I don't know, add a little bit of a design flair into it, there's these cool designs here. So again, the ones with crowns you have to pay for, but like I'll just go with good vibes, and you could bring that in. And it's kind of cool. So I'm having a hard time. Yeah, you'd have to play with the size here. So if it doesn't fit, like I could easily just change it up, which looks pretty cool. I don't like that one actually. So you can use these to choose something that you like. I'm gonna go with coffee because I've already used it before and it worked last time I did this as an example. So I could just click on it, it'll appear, and then science class, Ms. Milton. Now, you don't have to have them the same page, same size. So I could change the size very easily. I'm going down the rabbit hole trying to get it perfect. You can also change the color. So I could have brown right now. I could make it blue if I wanted to. So you have some options here and you can play with it, but if it's too much, feel free to just make a heading. And if you do make a heading, that looks great too. There are a gazillion different fonts. So if I just click here, I could change the font and it will show me. I mean, there's so much you can play with. It's very, very tempting to just do this. Okay, but otherwise, I better go ahead and move on. So I'm going to bring it back to what it used to look like. And if you press Command Z, it's a shortcut on a Mac, Control Z, I believe, on a PC. Edit, undo. There's also an undo button right here, so you can always like redo something or undo something. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm ready to go ahead and put that into my project, my web page. So I'm going to go ahead and download that and click download. And it downloaded. So that's great. I like to pull it on my desktop and then get it from there, but you don't have to. So once you download it, go ahead and go back to your page that we're creating. And we're going to delete the word where we put banner and go ahead and click Embed Image. Click on Canvas, go to Course Files. This is an example, so I'm putting it in my example folder, but you can put it in your course images. And then click on Upload File. And mine says Science 1010. All right. Okay, now before you click out, right here where it says alt text, you really want to do this for every image that you put in. This is something for the American with Disabilities Act, and you need to have a good explanation of any image that you put up because blind or people that are hard of sight, they can't see as well. They have computer programs that read the screen for them. So once it gets there, it knows what it is, and you're supposed to make it pretty specific. But for alt text, I'll just put Ms. Milton, Bitmoji, happy science banner, and then click update. So that looks great so far. That looks really, really good. So now let's go ahead and put the buttons. So for the buttons, if you go back to Canva, too much open. I don't need these. If you go back to Canva, you can click Home. And we're not going to make the buttons the same size as the banner, obviously. So that's why we're going to go ahead and just click Create Design. Custom dimensions and good for buttons are 200 by 200. And click Create New Design. Now it's kind of fun to keep the same theme. So I kept the same brick wall, for example. So I want this wood because it just sort of matches, but you don't have to. You could create a different button background if you'd like to. All right, so I'm going to bring in the background. And now I'm going to get my Bitmoji. So my first unit is about the universe. So let me see if I type in stars. Star. Gold star, that's cute. So I'll just use this one where I'm writing on a star. To get that, you're going to have to press Control C to copy, and on a Mac, Command V to paste. On a PC, Control C, or Control V, sorry. And you can make it larger if you'd like. And that looks really good. And you want to have a title for your module. So before, well, we'll do it after. We'll do it now. Click on Elements. And I'm going to choose a rounded rectangle. If you need to look at more shapes, sorry, go to Shapes and click on See All. And I like the rounded rectangle, but you can use just a regular square if you like. And why am I doing this is because maybe it's hard to read the title. I don't really like this yellow color, so I'm going to change it to more of a white. And I'll make this sort of transparent, so we'll make it like 60%. You could also type in 60%. So that's cool about it. You can make your boxes where you transparent so you can kind of see the wooden grain underneath it. Now we're ready for our text. And if you'd like to use the same button before, but you could always just click add a heading. And for my heading, I'm going to change the font. And it's going to say Module 1. Module 1 is Universe. So that looks nice. Okay. Now I'm ready to make my next button. Now what's cool about this is that you don't have to well, I'll show you in a second. You can just click here on copy page and it makes a second duplicate. And now the only thing I have to change is my image and my words. And so I can do that now. So it's going to be module 2, and I'll say that the next unit is biology. And I don't want that image, but if I click here, there's an image I thought I found that has a person on a mushroom, so that works out. So Control C, copy, Control V, paste, delete the star. And there I am on a mushroom. Then I can go ahead and click copy. This is going to be module 3, and I'll have science. I'll just have discoveries. And so when I click on Bitmoji, you can also do a search. So you could put like school. And for discoveries, yeah, this one works. And one more module, module 4, we'll have physical science. And back to Bitmoji. That looks pretty good. I laugh because I don't know what R for radius. Q, I'm not sure what that is. So copy image. All right, so as you see, this is great. What's really cool about this is you can download all of the images at once. So now that you're done, just click download, download. And what's cool too is that you can upload whole folders that are zipped, which is really neat. They have to be zipped, so it's already zipped, which is great. And let's do something to show you how to get the whole folder already in. So you're going to go to Files and go to your course images, and you can put your images in. I'm going to put mine in my example folder. Mine won't work. It's only because I already have images name 1, 2, 3, and 4, so it's going to make some changes. It's fine. Okay, so because those were examples, it's actually just absolutely fine. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to download a whole file. I'm going to go to Upload and find my zipped file. My zipped file is called Add a Heading Zip. Okay. And once it's asked you to expand it, click Expand It. And after you've expanded it, you can go back to your page. Takes a moment. So back to your page. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and click Edit. You'll see your table. So click inside your first box and click on Image. The image is already there. So if you go to your course files, go to your course images, make sure it's alt text. So I have Bitmoji, uh, on a star button for universe unit or space unit update. Then I'll go to the next one. That was the one on a mushroom. So Bitmoji, mushroom for biology unit. I guess button. All right. I like to do the fourth one. You'll see why in a second. Instead of the third one, so I'm going to do the fourth one. Canvas, course files, example 4, and that was my Bitmoji button for physics unit. It's because it squishes it and sometimes it moves it, so it makes it harder to work with. That's why I do the fourth one before. After many attempts at doing it the other way, I figured out that was easier. Okay, so embed image, here's my last one, course files, and this one was the science discoveries unit. So Bitmoji button for science discoveries unit. Okay, so now they're all there, but you might wonder, especially if you press save, see your banner doesn't go all the way across. I'm going to show you how to fix that. So click edit, and the way that you fix that is you have to go into the code again. So let's click on HTML editor. See, as you do things on the screen, it's coding in the background for you. But you can also go in and change the code. So you want to look, it's on my screen, it's the 5th line down, so it might be, depending on your screen, it might be earlier. No, I'm actually incorrect. Ignore that. It's on your second line, my second line down, where it says width, height. Because if you remember, we made our banner 800 pixels wide and 175 pixels high. Okay, well just delete height. So you're going to delete height equals quotation 175 quotation. And then where it says 800, just make it 100%. And if you go back to rich content, it will bridge the space if you press save. So one more thing is you might wonder, well, how do you actually make these buttons? Because when I click on them, nothing happens, of course. That's actually very simple as well. So we'll go ahead and make a button to the module. So if you click on your module 1, universe, go over here to modules, just click on universe. Click on module 2, biology. Click on module 3, and you can match it, and also in 4. Now you might wonder, it doesn't spread. You'll see what happens once I click save. And now I can, it's a hand, so you can see I can click and it will take me to the unit that we're studying. By the way, a quick question is, what if you don't want to make it go to a module? Can you make it go to a website? Of course you can. So you'll just click on your button and go up here to link, and you can paste a link in here. Anyways, I hope this makes you have a fantastic, wonderful site. And please share with me your site. You can take a screenshot of it and show me what you've done. That would be really pleasing. Or invite me to your course. All right, teachers, over and out.